There's a famous movie dialogue that says, "The greatest warrior in this world is a mother." And it does feel true. Only a mother can fight against the whole world to protect her children. She does everything for her children that no one else can do. But is every mother like that? Your answer might be yes. But we claim that once you watch this video till the end, your opinion will change. Today's story, and much more horrifying than that, crosses the limits of what a mother's cruelty can be. So, what is the full story of this mind-numbing house of horror? To know that, stay till the end of the video. Before today, you might never have seen or heard of such a terrifying incident. Well, before we move ahead, subscribe to the Storyline channel and press the bell icon to get updates about the latest videos. Friends, this entire story is from the biggest city of Michigan State, USA, Detroit. In the eastern part of this city lived a woman named Mitchelle Blair. This woman had 4 children. She had a fight with her husband over some issue, so she lived separately from him in a rented big house in the same city with her 4 children. She used to manage the household expenses and her children's school fees by doing a job. But after some time, she lost her job, while expenses kept increasing. For a while, she somehow managed by borrowing money from friends and relatives. But how long could they keep lending? Eventually, they started refusing. As a result, Mitchelle Blair failed to pay the house rent on time. Months went by, but she still couldn't pay. She even withdrew her children from school, saying she would teach them at home herself. When her rent dues crossed around $2,000, the landlord asked her to vacate the house. Even after many months, she neither paid the rent nor vacated the house. Finally, the landlord went to court. After a full hearing, the 36th District Court gave the final notice to Mitchelle Blair to vacate the house, but she still didn't. At last, the court sent a team to evict her from the house. Morning of 24th March 2015. At that time, Mitchelle Blair had gone out somewhere with her children. The eviction workers knocked several times, but no one responded. Finally, they used a spare key to open the door and entered to start clearing the house. They began moving furniture and other items outside. When they tried to lift a freezer from the living room, they found it unusually heavy. To make it lighter, they decided to open it. When they opened the freezer, they saw it was completely filled with ice. So, they started removing the ice, thinking it would lighten up the freezer. As they cleared some of the ice, they noticed a large plastic bag underneath. They quickly removed the ice completely, took out the bag, and opened it. The moment they opened it, everyone present froze in horror. Inside the plastic bag was the dead body of a girl. They immediately called the police. The police came and took the body into custody. They also searched the freezer further. When the freezer was completely cleared, they found another body at the bottom. This time a boy's. Seeing this, everyone was horrified. The police began searching for the woman who lived in the house. With the help of neighbors, they traced places she often visited. After several raids, the police caught Mitchelle Blair within a few hours. When she was arrested, she was with only 2 of her children, but she had 4 in total. When asked about the other 2, she couldn't give a clear answer. Then the police brought her back to the house and asked about the 2 bodies found in the freezer. Even then, she didn't give any solid answer. She only said, "I'm sorry." When she refused to explain, the police took her into custody. Now began her interrogation, and what came out shocked everyone. According to her confession in August 2012, one day she came home and saw her youngest son, Matthew, doing something inappropriate with a plastic doll. She asked him what he was doing and where he learned it from, whether anyone did such things to him. Matthew replied, "Yes, Stephen does this to me." Stephen was her eldest son. Hearing that, Mitchelle became furious and ran upstairs, where Stephen was in his room. She asked him directly, "Did you do this to your brother Matthew?" Stephen said, "Yes." At that, Mitchelle punched him hard in the face and started beating him violently. When he fell to the floor, She took a large plastic bag and wrapped it around his face, continuing to beat him. She kept hitting until he lost consciousness. When he regained consciousness hours later, she attacked him again, this time pouring boiling water on his private parts. His skin began to melt. All the while, his mouth was gagged with cloth, so he couldn't scream. Then she put a belt around his neck and hung him. "What?"